Hello, welcome to my Django tutorial. I will be demonstrating my website, Anime Search. Um, so, um, so first up, when you launch it, it has a sign up sheet that allows a user to sign in their credentials. Here, it's his name. Go. Password, random stuff, submit, and then that should take the information straight to the admin page. So remember, here on Go is the last name. This is our admin. We can access the database through the admin. And we go to the database and we should see here is there. So here go random email, random password. So it is in the database, in the admin. Another key thing for my anime search, which is most important part, is where it allows users to enter their favorite anime. Mine is Shield Hero. And when they click search, it renders all information on the Shield Hero. So the Shield Hero, this is the name of it. Also, I have some pretty cool CSS going on that I spent a lot of time doing. But what it renders is a picture of the anime, the name of the anime, a rating, and a synopsis of what the anime is all about. I'm pulling this information from an external API called Jinkan. They do a great job with anime keys, API keys. So I'm drawing all information from them. And let's try another one. Dragon Ball, which is my favorite of favorites. And it generates everything in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and so on. And it does the same thing. So Django is pretty dynamic in that it reuses the same page, but it loads different information on it. And this is exactly what's happening here. So let's get into the code and see what it does. So this is the code for Django. When you create a Django project, it creates a project and then it allows you to create apps within that project. So these are the files that Django would give you. And you just basically have to populate them. So my template files, my HTMLs, I'm using a base HTML. And this is what it looks like. And then I'm using all of this and I render it on different pages. So if you can notice, I don't have to rewrite the same page headings over and over again. I can just easily use a keyword, which is extends, and it draws all the stuff from anime-base.html and puts it in here. So when I load it, I don't have to create different pages. Okay. Another key thing about Django is being able to know how to map your URLs with your views and with your model. So URL tells the browser, the server, what path they should take. And it also takes into its parameter view. And so it sends the user to that path. And when they get to the path, a view or a function is executed. So for example, they go to the search path and a views that search is executed. And views that search is the one that gets the requests from the API. So let's talk a little bit about the search. So it gets it from this API key site and converts it into a JSON file. And then I have to parse through the JSON file and see where my information is located. And then I take that and I render it to that search. So this function that's been called is a request from the user. So the user specifies the path, and with that path, there's a request, and this is the request that I'm sending to the search.html. And what I'm sending is this that I just got from the API. So on the search site, I am using a for loop to go through that what's been sent to the view. So what's been sent to the view is result, a dictionary called result. And in the dictionary, there's a file called view. So in my search, I am looping through the result, and then I'm throwing out to the search HTML, the title, rating, poster image, and a synopsis. And that's one cool thing about Django is that you can do for loops, if statements, the whatever you want to do inside of your HTML page to render stuff. But you have to use these special curly braces and percentage signs to place your loops inside. Another thing also is that you need to put an end to all the functions that you do. So for example, I have a for loop and then I end the for loop. So yeah, that's what Django does. It has this amazing functionality that's called MVT. So it's called model, views, and templates. So this is my template where I'm rendering stuff on. My views are the function that I'm calling, and my models are linked to my database. So yeah, so my database is pretty interesting because I'm using a form in that sign up sheet. I'm using a cool function. It's called model.form, a model form, which takes all information that the user will enter into that form and links it directly to that model or that database that I just created. So you see here, class sign in, that's the name of my form. And I'm linking that model to that user, the database that's been created. And it takes all of that information in that model, these guys, and puts it into the form. So in the form, in a model, username is required, last name is required, password, email is required, password is required. If you notice on the sign up, that's exactly what's needed here also. So the form model or model form does that cool trick in the background, and Django allows it to do that. So this saves you a lot of time. Where normally you have to create the form, then link it all to the database and create your separate database. Now you just have to write some simple line of code like this to link that form to your database. And with this, it automatically renders all of this that you see here. You don't have to create any HTML for that. Django creates that for you. So if you take a look at sign up, the only thing I need is a form tag, and that's it. It renders it right there. So that's pretty neat of Django. And that is my video, and I hope you have fun with Django.